So 2020 is finally ending, and just like every other year, I'm going to give you my favorite movies that come out of 2020. Now, keep in mind, these are my favorite, not what I consider the best, but just my personal picks, although a lot of these are some of the best movies that come out of this year. This is just my personal list. I'd love to know yours in the comments down below. And before we start, I just want to tell you some of the movies I did miss that I didn't get to see. Some of them don't open to a wide release yet. Some of them I just don't have no way to watch them in Canada. But those are Small Cow, Another Round, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, The Small Axe Anthology, Minari, Run, Nomadland, and Promising Young Woman. Now those are all movies that I think have a chance of making this list, and I will for sure update my letterbox once I've seen them. Some of them I just didn't have time to watch because it was quite a busy month when I was posting daily here, which I had never done before. But let's start off with some honorable mentions. In no particular order here, but you can actually find the order on my letterbox. Borat's subsequent movie film, Happiest Season, Soul, Onward, The King of Staten Island, and Bad Education. And this year I decided to do 11 movies because there's a certain one on here that not everyone will consider a movie, which is fair. Some people have it on their list, some people won't, so I'm going to do 11 just so I don't piss too many people off. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom probably has the most interesting title of the year, but because it's so tightly written and directed, it makes it special, along with a career best performance by Mr. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, and another award-worthy performance by Viola Davis. With monologues about racism and intense sequences with violence, this one should not be missed. Totally changing the vibe here, we have Palm Springs with Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti, and even J.K. Simmons. What could be a cliche romantic comedy is totally flipped with the inclusion of the Groundhog Day plot, and somehow it never got old. The chemistry is unbeatable, and basically all of the comedy hits. I think this is maybe the most fun I had with a movie all year. In the past, Gavin O'Connor made both Miracle and Warrior, two brilliant sports films, but here he made a film about the troubles of alcoholism while including basketball. This may come across as a traditional sports film, but the focus of the film is in Jack Cunningham's character, which is also a career best performance by Ben Affleck, totally deserving of a nomination this award season. The last film I saw before COVID hit, The Invisible Man could have gone with cheap and dumb jump scares to appeal to stupid teenage audiences, but instead goes for real psychological horror. Elizabeth Moss gives one of the best performances of the year as this tortured woman, and I'm excited to see what Leigh Whannell does in the future. The Devil All the Time features an all-star cast in the most gritty, dark, and harrowing movie of the entire year. Tom Holland is great as Peter Parker, but here he went to this really dark place, and it sure as hell worked. Robert Pattinson keeps up his streak of fantastic performances as a corrupt man working for the church, and the confrontation between these two characters is one of the best scenes of the entire year. Guy Ritchie returned to his crime roots with this year's The Gentleman, which was an absolute blast. With standout performances by Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Colin Farrell, and the invisible Hugh Grant. This gangster film has all the swearing, violence, and action you need to have a great time this year. Spike Lee's Netflix original The Five Bloods features a fantastic cast led to perfection by Delroy Lindo, who really deserves a nomination this year. The way Spike Lee told the story about these veterans has never been done before because of the odd comedy that's in there. Also, the landmine sequence might be the most nail-biting one of the entire year. With Aaron Sorkin both behind the camera and writing, The Trial of the Chicago 7 features maybe the best ensemble cast of the entire year and really packs an emotional punch in the end. Basically every actor is a scene stealer, but Sacha Baron Cohen really stood out to me, and it's kind of scary that a movie about a true story in 1968 can still be so relevant today. Darius Marder's directional debut about a drummer who slowly starts to lose his hearing turned out to be one of the most riveting films of the year. Riz Ahmed gives the best performance I've seen all year and deserves Best Actor, and the sound design is some of the most unique and effective ever. Check this one out if you can, and I can almost guarantee it'll hit hard. Christopher Nolan's Tenet is my favorite movie of the year that everyone considers a movie, if you know what I mean. John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, and Elizabeth Debicki are all wonderful here, and the stunt work is out of this world. Featuring some of the best action sequences ever, Christopher Nolan managed to blow my mind once again. I did a top 11 this year because I know a lot of people won't have this on their list because they will not consider it an official movie, which is a fair argument, but Hamilton is literally perfect. As someone who obsessed over the soundtrack in both 2019 and 2020, and as someone who was actually supposed to see this one on Broadway this summer, this was everything I wanted it to be and more. Wisely using close-ups and dollies, the entire cast and crew found the best way to make us feel like we were there watching this excellent show live. And it all comes down to Lin-Manuel Miranda. Thank you, sir, for one of the best pieces of entertainment ever. So that's my list. Do you agree or disagree? Please let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite film? What was your least favorite film? Hubie Halloween, that was for me. But I didn't do a worst of the year because even if I had watched enough movies, I watched 33 movies in 2020, and even if I did watch enough to make a worst list, I wouldn't exactly at least make it on YouTube, maybe on Instagram. But what is the best movie? What are your 10, 11, 20? What are your favorite movies of this year? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Do you include Hamilton too? Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.